and welcome everyone to the Royal College of Pathologists 2021 Annual Educational Update. I'm Angharad Davies, Vice President for Learning at RC Path. For today's update, we're very lucky to be joined by our keynote speaker, who is Professor Shona MacLeod of Health Education England, whose talk will be followed by a Q&A, which will be an opportunity for you to ask her about some of the things that she's discussed around new developments in medical education. We'll then move on to our RC Path speakers and panelists, who are Professor Nikki Cohen, Ms. Jo Brinklow, Dr. Sanjeev Manek, and Dr. Hassan Rizvi. There'll then be another panel Q&A where you'll be able to ask that panel your various questions before we close. So before I introduce everyone fully, there's some general information to share. We're using the webinar function of Zoom, so you'll find that your cameras, microphones, hand raise and chat functions are disabled for the duration of the webinar. So to ask a question, you should use the Q&A function, where you can type questions throughout the webinar at any time, and you can upvote questions that you would like to hear answered using the thumbs up icon in the Q&A box. And that'll indicate that this is a popular question, and the more votes a question gets, the higher on the list it'll go and stand a higher chance of being answered live if we have time constraints. Please feel free to ask as many questions as you want to. And we will really try to ensure that as many of them as possible are addressed during the Q&A sessions, and we will make the questions and answers available in a document on the college website after the meeting, hopefully by around the 10th of December at latest. And we'll notify you by email when that document is available. If time today doesn't allow for all the questions to be answered live, those questions will also be included in the Q&A document, so don't worry. The webinar is being recorded, but you're not visible on it apart from the presenters. And again, the recording also will be made available on the college website. There are 2 CPD points available for this event, which you can self-accredit for. Directly after the meeting, you'll be sent a Slido evaluation link, which will be your chance to provide feedback. So on to the programme. We're now ready to move to our keynote speaker, and I'm delighted to welcome Professor Shona MacLeod, who's Deputy Medical Director for Education Reform, Health Education England. Professor MacLeod is going to explain new developments in medical education and training and maintaining our workforce supply, particularly post-COVID-19. Thank you very much for finding time to come and speak to us today, and over to you, Professor MacLeod.